This is SwitchPod, a minimal, versatile, handheld tripod designed specifically for filming videos or taking photos on the go. Quickly switch from a handheld grip to a tripod and then back again in just seconds. It's super slim, and it easily fits into your bag. Or just clip it on instead. SwitchPod is built to last. It's made with an aluminum alloy, not plastic, so it will hold whatever camera, lens, and accessories you put on top of it. Yet, it only weighs 11 ounces, or 315 grams. That's less than your morning mug of coffee, minus the coffee. Here's how it works. First, attach your camera with the tightening knob, or attach any ball head, quick release system, or phone adapter. Next, grip the handle wherever you'd like. If you need to choke up or switch hands, no problem. To set it down, just swing the legs open. Or if you want to be fancy, try it with one hand. When you're ready to pick it back up, bring the legs back together. The tools you use to create shouldn't get in the way of you creating. That's why we created the SwitchPod. Hey there, I'm Pat Flynn.
And I'm Caleb Wodrick, and as video creators, we've been frustrated by the options that are out there for putting our cameras on tripods. They're clunky and inconvenient and just kind of annoying. So we came up with the idea for SwitchPod because we knew there had to be a better way. Something that's lightweight but strong, something that's not too big or obnoxious or hard to hold, and something that's fun and quick to use.
And over the past year, we've been designing, prototyping, and testing several versions of the SwitchPod. And at every stage, we've shown prototypes to several video creators, YouTubers, vloggers, filmmakers, and creators like us to get feedback and make this thing great.
So we finalized version 1.0, this one right here, and we're ready to manufacture the first bigger batch. But that's where we need your help. We've invested our own money up front so far, but to launch this thing at scale and to get the tooling made to manufacture a bunch of these, that's why we're here on Kickstarter.
So if you want to help bring the SwitchPod to life, pre-order yours today. Thanks again, and we're excited to see how you use it. Make the switch.
Switch it up.
Flip the switch.
Switch gears.
Switch it again.
Switch it real good.
Oh gosh, that's so bad.
No,
we're gonna lose people. Or get people, maybe.
Or infringe on copyright.
Let's take that out.
So this is SwitchPod, and this means I'm never using my GorillaPod ever again.
Yeah, vlog life.
So we all know what it means when you're carrying around one of these. You're a vlogger. And up till now, this is really the only tool that we could use with larger vlogging cameras where you get it far enough away from yourself and then can use it for a tripod later. The problem with this thing is it sucks. It's not great at being a tripod because it always falls over. And it's not great at using to film yourself because the legs are bendy, they're too thick, and they're hard to get into a good shape that you want to film yourself with. And then when you want to just set your camera down, you got this big clunky thing. This wasn't built to do what we do with it. But the SwitchPod, this is the first purpose-built solution to do the two things I need a mini tripod to do, which is hold the camera away from myself and set it down in tripod mode. I'm here on location with these hosers, and we're making a video about the SwitchPod. This is the 12mm on my GH5, and so it's a tighter lens to often vlog with. So I've been struggling when I use it lately to actually get the camera far enough away from me. But the SwitchPod, with how long it is, it actually makes it pretty simple to do that. And this is just the SwitchPod screwed straight into the bottom of the camera, and it's pretty straightforward. It's not that heavy, gets the camera away from me, and I'm ready to set it down at any moment. So Caleb showed me the SwitchPod at a conference like 6 months ago. That was actually kind of frustrating because once I used it, I realized how bad my life was without it.
Yeah.
Which there's not many physical products that I say that about, but I found myself just wanting to use it every time I had to pick up my GorillaPod. Like, I've been truly unsatisfied.
That was the whole goal for inventing it, was to make people angry to use the other product.
So my biggest concern when first seeing the SwitchPod is, how am I gonna use it on uneven ground, you know? Because I'm gonna have my camera on top and my GorillaPod legs, like, they move, so how do I use it on uneven ground? But the truth is, with 3 legs, you can get it steady on almost any surface, And then with a ball head, you just tilt your camera in whatever direction you want it to be. This is how I use a GorillaPod anyways. I don't actually get the camera perfectly level on the ground with it. I just get it sort of level and then use the ball head. So a big advantage about actually traveling with this thing is the profile of how thin this is. The problem with a GorillaPod is that it's massive. Look at the volume on this thing. I have to have it outside of my bag. There's no way to put it in a sleeve. It's like I'm taking a big clunky thing with me. And to just have it be something that I'm using for a tripod, that's a little bit much. But this, it's a lot easier to just slip it in a briefcase, put it alongside my backpack. Dave, what do you think of the SwitchPod?
I'm gonna steal one right now.
Right now.
I'm stealing the one you're holding.
Wait, Levi, is that one still in your bag? Can I have that one back?
Yeah, there's still one in my bag.
I did that back.
Okay.
I only have 2 of them.
So I call myself an adventure filmmaker. So I want to see, is this up to the task in the downtown streets of LA to go on an adventure? Let's find out. Seems pretty adventure proof to me. Yeah, vlog life. So Caleb, where can they get this thing?
If you go to switchpod.co, that'll take you to the Kickstarter page where you can pre-order this for the first time.
So are you guys like one of those Kickstarter companies that when you launch a product, it's like you might get it 2 years later, maybe, fingers crossed?
No, the prototypes that we've been showing in this video were already made by the manufacturer that will make the first full run of them when we get funded.
So it's more like pre-orders to make the molds so you can mass produce them, less of like, hey, help us maybe bring this to life.
Exactly.
You've been working on this for over a year.
Yeah, over a year, prototyping, showing it to people at conferences and events like you. Yeah.
I'm basically the biggest influencer out there, so I know why you went with me.
Yeah, we have a direct red phone that I pick up and I call Levi.
Okay, Dave. Well, it's been a blast shooting with you here.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles.
Wow.
Now all we need is for Caleb to ship those darn SwitchPods. Now we just need Caleb to switch the SwitchPod so I can switch to it and never use a GorillaPod again.
That's right.
That GorillaPod life.